Okay, gals and guys, today we're going to work on Math Journal, page 30. So get your Math Journal out. You'll also need page 244. Okay, 244. And what we're going to do is we're going to be cutting out this top part and putting it in our Math Journal. So first off, what I want you to do is I want you to take your yellow crayon and I want you to highlight or put a box around the first add end. And then I want you to take your red crayon and put a box around the second add end. And then we're going to color that question mark orange because red and yellow make orange. And then over here, we're going to underline our first add end and underline our second add end. So our first add end is yellow, the second add end is red, and then we're going to underline our sum in orange. Okay. And then what you're going to do after you've done that is take and cut off this top part here. And then this page right here, you can just recycle. You don't need the rest of that, of page 244. And then what you're going to do is just trim around this, but you don't need to don't cut off any of the letters or numbers. Just trim around it and kind of round up the edges. And then you're going to have your Math Journal out and open and labeled page 30. You're not going to glue this in yet, but you're just going to test to see if this is going to fit. And mine is kind of hanging off the edge a little bit, so I'm going to trim off a little bit more, but I'm not going to cut off any words or pictures. So you're just going to trim it off. Okay, mine will fit now, and don't glue in yet though because we need to do some writing. So first off, well, yesterday we started talking about strategies for two-digit addition. And we talked about the first strategy where we would break apart, okay, the smaller add end, that's one digit, and make a 10. And this strategy worked well if we had two-digit plus one-digit addition problems. All right, this strategy wouldn't work well with others. Now, the second strategy that we're going to talk about today is called compensation. So put a 2 at the top for our second strategy. And you're going to write that big, long word, compensation. Let's chunk it into pieces. Pen. Sation. So we have COMPEN, SATION. Remember, whenever we have T-I-O-N together, it says shun. Compensation. And it's kind of basically just sharing, making things equal. It's the sharing strategy. Actually, a lot of the strategies involve sharing, because yesterday we talked about sharing too. And you're going to take an underline compensation with your orange crayon. And then we need to write that this strategy is good to use with 2-digit plus 2-digit addition. So if we have 47 plus 56, or 23 plus 51, or 61 plus 33. Compensation is good for 2-digit plus 2-digit addition. So we're going to write, use this strategy for, and I'm going to go to a new line, even though I have a little bit of room here, and you'll see why. Use this strategy for 2-digit plus 2-digit addition. Period. So 2-digit, we're going to underline this yellow, and we're going to underline this red, so that you remember that's when we use this strategy. 2-digit plus 2-digit addition. So would we use this strategy for 56 plus 9? No. That's a 2-digit plus 1-digit. Okay. Would we use this strategy for 354 plus 7? No. That's a 3-digit plus a 1-digit. So we use it for 2-digit plus 2-digit. Then on the paper that you just trimmed up, it just gives a little explanation. I thought it was easier to glue this in than try to write it ourselves. That talks about take ones from an addend to make the other addend the next tens number. Because we do that because why? Adding can be what? Easier when one of the addends is a tens number. I know it is for me. I love those tens numbers. When I see them, I feel happy because I feel like I don't have to work quite as hard. So we always want to use tens numbers when we can. So we're going to take this page we just trimmed up and we're going to put some glue on the back. And glue that in. And you don't need to do this, but in my book I'm just going to write here at the top that we used page 244 to make this. Okay. And then we just need to give an explanation. So when we look at this, we're going to say, which addend is closest to the next tens number up? Is 25 closer to 30 or is 48 closer to 50? And we know that 48 is closer to 50. So down here we're just going to write 48 is only 2 away from 50. Remember, 48 is our red addend. 48 is only 2 away from 50. So what does 48 do? 48 goes next door and knocks on the door of 25. And 48 says to 25, I really want to be 50. Can I please have 2 of you? And 25 says, okay. So 25 gives 2 to 48. Okay, so skip a line, then we're going to write 48 asks 25 for 2. Okay, so 48 asks 25 for 2. 25 says yes. And becomes 23. Okay, so I'm going to underline my 48 in red. Whoop, sorry. I'm going to underline my 48 in red. I'm going to underline my 25 in yellow. Okay. So 25 becomes 23. And 48 isn't 48 anymore. 48 is now what? What number? 50. So it's easy to add. Well, that is compensation. Go ahead and finish up this page. Thank you for working hard. Now you're going to want to watch part 2 of lesson 4.2. Part 2. See you later.